Hey, what's up guys? Run Good Vapes. We are going to be taking a look at a new mod. A mod that is going around. I've seen them everywhere and finally got my hands on one. But we are going to be looking at the Mini-Volt 40 watt kit by Council of Vapor. This thing is tiny. We're going to do some size comparisons here in a little bit, but we're going to talk about it first. But man, talk about a crazy stealth mod. I mean, this thing fits in the palm of my hand with the tank included. Pretty freaking cool. I ordered one, took a little over a week to get here. I actually forgot I ordered it. I've been so busy between the shop and all these videos and stuff rolling in and companies hitting me up like crazy. Never thought this would be growing so fast, but it is. It's taken off and it's keeping me so incredibly busy. But, man, the Mini-Volt kit, this thing is just, for something that fits in the palm of my hand, the 40 watts, when I have this up to 40 watts, it's firing a true 40 watts, which just surprises the heck out of me. We're going to go over the pros, we're going to go over the cons for the Mini-Volt kit, 40 watt kit by Council of Vapor. I mean, I'm not, when I vape on this, I'm not like not experiencing anything. I have it set at 30 watts right now just to save some battery life, and I feel like I'm vaping. I'm getting, you know, my inhale is good, my exhale is good. I mean, I'm not chucking the most huge clouds ever, but it's working. It's really giving me what I need. It's, you know, if I had to go to a wedding or I had to go to a big event and I wanted to be discreet and I wanted to slip this in a small pocket, it works perfectly. Very, very surprised by the size of this. I can't get over how small it is. Pretty cool. Few things I want to talk about that I'm not seeing in other videos that you guys should know. Let's go over the tank first. This tank is legit. What's crazy is it does have top fill. This top, you just unscrew your drip tip, and you're not going to be able to use like a 510 on this or anything, because when you unscrew your drip tip, your top fill is there. And that's great top fill. It's been very easy to fill with glass bottles. And then that tip just screws on just to cover those top fill holes, which is cool. The airflow on this, if you guys can see that, the airflow is insane. I've got 4 good size holes coming out the side of the bottom there for the airflow. Even got an airflow control ring if I want to cut some of that off, which for a tank this small, it is just the perfect tank. I hear Council of Vapor, I hear this is the first of 3 mods they're bringing out. If this is any sneak peek of what they're going to bring out for full-size mods or full-size tanks, I'm very, very, very excited to see what's coming, because that is a well-built mini tank. I've just been surprised, very surprised by this tank's capabilities. Very happy with how much work they put into the tank to fit a mod this size and to still look extremely good. O-rings are tight, O-rings are secure. I've been really amazed. It's got spitback protection, which is awesome. It's a 2 milliliter tank. I know that's a downfall, but when you're working with a mod this size, you need a small tank, and it works perfectly. I've been vaping on it for quite some time, and I've had no problem with that 2 milliliter tank. I actually like it. I just keep going back to like a wedding. It'd be perfect. Throw this in your suit pocket. People aren't going to see it. It's going to be easy to carry around and super discreet when you use it. It's still blowing out, you know, vapor, a fair amount of vapor. I'm not disappointed in that. So you're still going to be noticed, but just not to the extreme level as you would with a big mod. The tank's 20 milliliters in diameter. It's got the Pyrex glass, so it's still a durable glass. Stainless steel construction, so it's still highly, you know, it's still durable. It's still high quality materials, so super happy about that. The 510 connection pin is great. I've had no problems with it. It's spring. Now to the mod. One of the things I'm kind of disappointed in, and I don't know why Council of Vapor did this, So I've seen one of these torn apart yesterday, and it's an 18450 LG battery inside of there. A lot of people are assuming that this is a LiPo, and it is not. It is an 18450 battery, and right on the side of the battery it says 1200 mAh. This is something that's kind of disappointing to me because it is being advertised on every single website as a 1300 mod. And if that battery is correct, I haven't tested it, I don't have that, but if it's correct, I mean, it's advertising right on the side of the battery as a 1200 mAh battery. And I'm just one that I like my companies to be completely transparent. I want them to be honest. We're still going to buy your product. We're still going to enjoy your product. Just give us the actual specs. So that was a little disappointing. The chip in here is, I believe, I don't know who made it, but it's a chip I've never seen before. I looked it up, couldn't find any information on the chip at all. It's like a BBC Power 1.1 and BBC Mode 1.1 or something like that. There's other videos on the chip, but nobody's really been able to take it apart and destroy it yet, so we don't know much about the chip in here. But I've known some people that have heavily used this with no problems, so I think the chip, Council of Vapor, is obviously putting quite a bit of money into their designs for their mods, this being the first one released. So I would assume that chip's going to be able to hold up over time, but time will tell. It's a new device. So it is 35 millimeters across the side of the mod, 22 millimeters across the front, and it is 56 millimeters tall. So it is a very, very small mod. Let's compared to the RX200. I mean, this is a small mod. Let's compare it to a Vapor Flask. It like fits in the curve there. And we'll do one last comparison here with a Cuboid. It's like basically the same height as the Cuboid mod. So a very, very, very small device. Comes in a crazy big box though, which was kind of weird. I thought it would be more discreet box. Comes with a user manual in here, supposedly. Unless it's hidden, yeah, I did not get a user manual. So I think most of them do. I've seen them in every other video. Comes with a backup 0.8 coil. I'm going to talk about that here in a minute. Backup glass and O-rings, and a USB charge port. So the same standard stuff that comes with every mod. So lastly, I want to talk about this 0.8 coil. Now that I know that the battery is an 18450 LG with 1200 mAh, I am seeing things and I'm reading that it's okay, and I'm hearing it's okay to fire down to 0.2. I've heard people firing down to 0.3. I don't know anyone that's fired down to 0.2 without a problem, but I'm going to tell you right now, on an 18450 1200 mAh battery, I'm not firing this thing below 0.7. And the couple people I've talked to that have torn this thing completely apart, and I got to FaceTime while one was getting torn apart, nobody that's really looked in the internal workings of this is suggesting to fire down to 0.7 or below 0.7. Also, a huge note here, the rep from Council of Vapor themselves and the emails they're sending out to reviewers that I've seen personally suggest not firing this below 0.8. And I know they're a rep, so they want to sell those 0.8 coils, but from what we're seeing with that 18450 battery, it is not smart to fire down below like 0.5 at all. So I would not suggest that. You're not going to get any battery life out of this whatsoever, and you're not really going to be able to enjoy a 0.2 build at like 20 watts anyway, you know. So it goes up to 40 watts. Obviously, battery life is going to be a problem at 1200 mAh, but we've had some comparable devices. The VT200 was a 1300 mAh. A lot of our DNA 200s, you know, are lower mAh batteries. And I have been impressed for a 1200 mAh. Now that I know that, it does last throughout the day. I've used it quite a bit. So the big pros are going to be the size. The second big pro is the tank. I think it's a well-built tank. I've really enjoyed this tank. The .8 coils are working fine for me. I'm getting good flavor. I'm actually getting surprisingly good flavor. I did not expect that from a .8 coil in a tank at this wattage. I just didn't expect much performance-wise out of this Mini Volt, and it has exceeded my expectations. For me, the third pro is going to be the look. The carbon fiber, the black, the clean look, the small, tight, compact. I think they built it perfectly. The way the 20mm Addy fits on the mod, I'm just impressed with it all around look-wise. Fourth pro, there's a lot of pros here, is going to be the top fill on this actually works great. The tank as a whole works great. The mod as a whole works great. I almost want to see, like, a box mod in this exact same design at like a 150 or something, or maybe even a 100-watt box. I think that'd be cool because I'm really digging the feel, I'm really digging the look. I think that'd be an idea, and maybe I believe this was the first of 3 mods they're going to be releasing pretty quickly. I don't know how quick, but that's what I'd like to see, just a bigger version of the same exact mod. But downfalls, I'm going to say a huge downfall for me personally, because you guys know I like to talk about the companies behind it, and I like to tell you who's building it, who's designing the stuff. I really don't like that they're advertising it as a 1300 mAh when it actually says 1200 mAh on the side of the battery when you break it down. I don't like that they're advertising that you can fire down to 0.2, because if it's an 18450, I just don't suggest that. I don't think it's safe. I don't think it's smart. So why advertise it? You have a mod that works at 0.8 with the 0.8 coils that come with it. People are, in general, are okay with higher builds on mods like these. So why not just say, hey, let's keep it, you know, above 0.75 to stay safe. I think that's smarter for the industry right now. And other than that, the only other maybe minor con is that the USB charge port is on the bottom. I typically just set it on the ledge after I plug it in, and it'll sit there and charge with the cord out the bottom. If you're going to lay it on its side, I'd take that atomizer off. Anytime I charge a mod on its side, I take the atomizer off the mod. But other than that, yeah, man, that is pretty much the Mini Volt Kit 40 watt by Council of Vapor. I'm going to consider it a win, even though I don't like some of these things that are being talked about, that it's a 1300 mAh even though it's not, and that it fires down to 0.2, which I don't think we should come close to on this. I'm still going to say it's a big win, because this is sick. I've had a couple other mini mods that I've tried a couple months back, and this far exceeds it. And build quality and design extremely far exceeds it. Performance, I've been very, very impressed. Price point online is about 50 bucks. I found a site where we can get it right now for 45, so I'm going to post that in the info below. As always, if you guys liked what you heard today, please, please, please comment, hit the thumbs up button, and most importantly, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. If you didn't hit the thumbs down, comment what you didn't like. I love to hear you guys' feedback. Yesterday at the shop, had a bunch of people come in and talk to me, you know, about how much they love what I'm doing, and got an awesome message from Dustin the other night, last night. Was talking to him about a trade, and it's just like to hear how honestly you guys are loving this channel and loving the info I'm providing, and as he described it, just improving the overall vape experience and helping the community. That when I hear that feedback, that means a lot to me, guys. So don't be bashful. Comment, tell me what you think, because it really keeps me going. It gives me energy. There is a lot of stuff to review right now. I'm getting in juice lines way faster than they're going to be able to go up. We've got a lot of mods. We've got a ton of tanks right now that I need to get up for you guys. And I'm working a ton, but I'm also trying to hit this up every morning. That's what I'm doing today. So thank you guys for all your support. It's been awesome. It's been a fun ride, and I can't wait to keep going with you guys. As always, vape on.